Welcome to this video on how to request a pupil amendment on the CYPMD portal. If once you have checked your school's pupil list you need to request a pupil removal, you can do so for those pupils listed within the CYPMD portal. These are the pupils who will be included in the calculation of your school's performance measures. Please remember to read the accompanying guidance documents before you submit a request to remove a pupil. If your request does not meet the removal criteria listed in the checking exercise guidance, it will not be accepted. I'm now going to walk you through how to request a pupil removal. Click on Raise a new request. You now need to select the pupil who you wish to remove. You can search for a pupil by name, date of birth, UPN, or by using the Next button. Click on the radio button next to the pupil you wish to remove, and then click Continue. The KS2 September Checking Exercise guidance explains the pupil removal categories. These are selected by confirming if a pupil is still on roll at your school. There may be circumstances where a pupil is no longer on roll, but the situation you wish to request to remove them is contained in the on-roll removal categories. These requests will be considered. For this case, we will select Yes and click Continue. I'm now going to walk you through how to remove a pupil who was admitted from abroad with English not their first language. In this case, there are some exceptional circumstances that need to be considered. Select Admitted from abroad with English not first language and click Continue. Select the pupil's first language. In this example, we're using Other than English. Using the drop-down, you can search for the name of the country or scroll to the country of origin for the pupil. For this example, we're using Spain. Next, you need to enter the date the pupil joined your school. In this instance, we will use the 10th of September 2023. Next, you need to enter the first date the pupil attended a school in England. For this example, this isn't the first school in England that the pupil has attended, so I will add a date of the 10th of September 2021. The next question is optional, and if you know the date the pupil arrived in England, please enter it here. For this example, we're using the 31st of July 2021. And then click Continue. Please be aware that some categories require mandatory evidence and others optional evidence. Please refer to the checking exercise guidance to ensure you upload the required evidence for each request. Without the appropriate evidence, we cannot accept your pupil removal request. You can only upload PDF evidence to the CYPMD portal. No other type of file can be uploaded. As in previous checking exercises, we will only consider the first 6 pages of evidence. Any evidence beyond 6 pages cannot be considered. Covering letters will be included in the 6-page limit. Please do not shrink multiple pages to fit on one page. We will treat a PDF with multiple pages that have been shrunk as multiple pages. While you can add up to 6 PDF files, we will only consider the first 6 pages of evidence. When you have the required evidence that explains the pupil's exceptional circumstances that you wish the department to consider, click Add File. Locate the required PDF document and click Open. You can add additional files by repeating this step. Please enter any optional additional comments and then click Continue. You will now see a summary of this pupil removal request. Click Continue. It's important to remember that this pupil removal request will not be submitted to the DFE at this point. Now you can see the pupil removal request that we've just made. If your school requests further pupil removal requests, these will also be displayed here. It's important that all of your school's individual pupil removal requests are made before making your full return summary. I will now show you how to make a further pupil removal request. This time we're going to use the terminal critical illness category. To do this, select Raise a new request. For this example, we will search for a pupil using their date of birth. Type in the pupil's date of birth. When you find the pupil you wish to remove, select the radio button next to the pupil's name and then click Continue. Now you need to confirm if the pupil is still on roll at your school. For this example, we'll say yes and then click Continue. Now we select the radio button next to the terminal critical illness category to select it and click Continue. In this removal category, you need to select the correct condition for the pupil you wish to remove. In this example, the pupil I want to remove has not been diagnosed with a terminal illness. The pupil has been diagnosed with a critical illness in the last 12 months. The pupil has not been diagnosed with a life-changing illness. The pupil has not had a recent life-changing injury. The pupil has been under investigation for a serious or life-changing illness for 12 months or more. The illness has had a severe and profound effect on the pupil I wish to remove. The pupil has not sat any Key Stage 2 tests. And then select Continue. For this pupil removal category, evidence is mandatory. While I have walked you through an example case, your pupil's situation may be different. You need to select the appropriate options for your case, and all cases are considered on the evidence provided within the first 6 pages. Please refer to the checking exercise guidance to ensure you upload the required evidence for each pupil removal request you make. Without the appropriate information or evidence being provided, we cannot accept your pupil removal request. Remember, you can only upload PDF evidence to the CYPMD Portal. No other type of file can be uploaded. When you have the required evidence in PDF form, click Add File. Locate the required PDF document and click Open. You can add additional files by repeating this step. Please enter any optional additional comments and then select Continue. Now you see a summary of your pupil removal request. Click Continue. Now you will see a summary of the pupil removal requests your school has made so far. From this page, you or other users in your school can continue to make pupil removal requests during the checking exercise period, amend any requests or delete a request. In the next video, how to edit or delete a request, we will show you how. Alternatively, if you wish, you can leave the portal by signing out and your amendment requests will be saved. It's important to remember that this pupil removal request will not be submitted to the DFE at this point.